They must tell us what to do. So start slaughtering your own chickens. We have lost the art of slaughtering chickens. I'm sure if I've asked you people in the last 12 months, how many of you slaughtered one chicken? And there won't be one fellow. Right? We have lost that. That militance is gone out. Your wife has never done it. Your mother has never done it in her life. Look, we have to train our people also to do their own slaughtering. However, look, that's all philosophizing. The thing is, there are real people who can give you a lead. To me, I look up to them. Like in the Natal and the Transvaal. In Natal, my Jamiyat Ulama, at one time they told me that rainbow chicken is halal. I accepted that. I was buying it. Then something happened. They said, we don't give any more halal certificate. So, I don't buy any more rainbow chickens. I trust them. Because I know my alims, you can't buy them. You can't bribe them. They can make mistakes. They can make wrong decisions, but you can't buy them. So if my alim, I have trust in them. There are so many other things I fight and argue and debate, like the Quran issue. I'll argue and debate with them. But halal and haram, no arguments. He tells me rainbow chicken halal, I said right. He said, but how can you slaughter so many 100,000 in so many hours? How can you do 10 a minute? Or 20 a minute? I said, look, please, don't burden me. The burden is on the heads of our alims. Yes, brother.
Can you tell us a little bit about the psychology of propaganda?
Yes, I delivered a whole lecture on that. The gist of it was the psychology of propagation, that you speak to a people, anybody, according to the background and experience. If you're a fisherman, you're going to catch fish. What type of fish are you catching? There is a shad, there is 74, there is this, that, different fish. Different type of fish, they take different type of baits. If you're a fisherman, So, that's a psychology. You're using psychology with the fish. Similar psychology you use with human beings. What background? The Hindu, well, you have to talk to him according to his background and experience. The Christian, according to his background and experience. The Jew, according to his background and experience. And Allah is giving it to us in the Holy Quran. He says, anybody comes along with any type of claim, you simple, basic thing, tell him, Kul hatu burhanakum. Your proof. Once you get his proof, you know how to deal with it. This is the psychology I was trying to explain. The tape will be available, inshallah, shortly, because it took more than an hour to expound that. Yes?
I'd like to ask you, how do you reply to a plausible statement stating that Islam is unjust towards the female folk, especially restricting it in the community?
Especially in the?
Restricting them in the community.
Restricting them in the community. No, I do agree with that criticism. We Muslims, to me, we are the most unjust people to our women folk. Look, now I'm going to raise the hornet's nest. I can't help it. You see, here I have to take a stand. That we have been unjust to our own. We allow them to work in our shops, in our offices, work in factories, our women folk. But we will not allow them in the house of God. When we do, sometimes some great lecturers coming, like Ahmed Deedat. So what they do, they put them behind the wall with a horn. They put them in the basement with a horn. I've seen that. My wife does not attend any of my lectures. For that reason. She's asking me, what's the arrangement? I said, well, there's a horn there for you to listen to us. She wants to see, not because I'm her husband. She said, this is natural. There's eye contact. When you have an eye contact, the message goes in far more easily. Your attention is absorbed. See what I'm doing? Everything now is holding you. But suppose you are listening to a mic. You'll be looking at a nice chandelier. How did they get that thing there, nice globe there? This is the human mind. You can't help it. So we are complaining, they're making noise. Your women folk making noise. The guy shout, don't make noise. I say, you fool, you are the cause. What are you shouting at them? Because now they can't hear properly. They don't know what's going on. So the woman to another, they meet. It's an occasion for them. You say, your daughter, is she married? She says, no. Is she engaged? Says, no, not yet. What else do you expect them to do? Huh? And you're blaming them. I said, look, be just for a little while. Abdul Samad Abdul Basit, Qari Abdul Samad Abdul Basit, he's reciting the recital here. And how, you know how much we loved it. In the city hall, in Durban, I know. It might be here also in Cape Town. Now, we say now the women folk mustn't be there. Okay? Where? They say, well, we'll put them in an adjacent room, right? Then they'll listen to the horn, right? I say, what about you for a change going and listening to that? Let the ladies sit and see the fellow and listen to him. So no. Why? Your wife will fall in love with him? Huh? She'll run away with this fellow? Basit? He's got time to come along and play with your wife? Your mother? What's wrong with you? I said, there's something wrong with you, man. No, your wife comes and listens to me and she'll run away with me. There's something wrong with you. What has happened? No. Give them separate but equal facility. We are not saying, not suggesting that they must stand shoulder to shoulder. Islam forbids that. No free intermingling. But give them separate but equal facility. Create it, man. Today we can create anything that you want. A mezzanine floor. Today, I went and offered one of the masjids in Krasi Park, was it? Yes. Lotus River. New masjid, beautiful. No, I mean, not as beautiful as this. They're struggling. And I saw that they made some arrangements for ladies with brickwork. That the ladies, they can't see the speaker. I said, look, what you do, you put a glass one way that only the ladies can see the imam. We don't want the imam to see them. I told them, I said, we don't want the imam to see them. The poor fellow will be distracted. We want to save him. I said, look, let them see, because if they are watching and listening, you're holding their attention. They won't have a tendency to talk with one another. We are not talking. Why aren't you talking? Why aren't you chatting among one another? You know why? Because I'm holding you all. You see that every movement I'm making is holding you. Am I right? Yes. But if you're listening to a horn, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, mashallah. What is that? Aqimu salata, wa atu zakata, warka'u ma'arraqin. This is written in Urdu at the bottom. This is the human mind. You can't help it. Wallah, you can't help it. So we have been the most unjust of people to our own. I have to confess. We must do something about it as a create for them opportunities. Because our women folk are our weakest link. Our daughters are running away wholesale with the mushriks. In Natal and the Transvaal, they're running away with the madrasis. Wholesale. And wholesale is a mild term. Why? I said, you don't cater for them. For our own, we don't cater for them. When did your daughter, your sister last hear something about Islam? When? She is now in standard 6, then she goes to high school, she goes to the university. When? At least 52 times a year, your brother is listening to what's going on. Your sister, how many times in her lifetime she heard? So, if they let us down by running away with the mushriks, I said, you are responsible. We haven't catered for them. But in that regard, the Malay, alhamdulillah, is far better than the Indian Muslim in Natal and the Transvaal. He's far better. See, in the Transvaal there is a masjid in Azad Will, beautiful masjid. This is nothing. This masjid is beautiful, but is nothing compared to the one in Azad Will. It cost them, when they built it, about $250,000. I think it will be worth about a couple of million today. They have a separate mezzanine floor. That the ladies, separate entrance, separate wudu facility, separate toilet facility, they are in the mosque and yet out of the mosque. No men folk ever rub shoulders with them. But no woman has seen the inside of that place. Because the Sheikh, the Imam, we call the Molvi, the Maulana, he says, if any woman goes there, I resign. He'll resign. So it's a white elephant. Nobody has seen. It's there, wallah, it's there. Separate facility for wudu, toilet facility, everything. They are in the masjid, house of Allah, and yet they are out. No free intermingling, that's what Islam says. No free intermingling, it's all there. But no woman has reached that place. So when a man points a finger and says, look, you people are unjust, I can't help it, I have to say. It is true. It's our culture, our background. We inherited this. We brought this from India or wherever from. We brought this along with us, and it seems to be taking time for people to realize that we are unjust to our own. then if the other people are unjust to us, what's so wonderful about it? Yes, my brothers. Yes, my brother.
You say that the Christians, this new trend that they've got now, this reborn Christians, like the reason on Wednesday night.
What was the question? You got it? About the reborn Christian?
Belligerent.
Yes. Oh yes. That